when we are hurt in the past, we have the right to be angry. We have the right to be sad. We have the right to be upset. But at some point in time, you have to look at how it's harming you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited you are here. We're going to do something different today. I want to share an experience I had, and I hope by sharing this experience, it invites you to evaluate a few things a little differently in your life. And I got some really cool things to share with this experience and some sad things to share. So I hope that whatever resonates with you, that you get something out of it. That's my intention. And I'm excited to share the story, and I'm a little nervous to share it because there's so many emotions that are involved in it, and just even bringing it up right now, it's even hard to talk about. So one, I had this really amazing opportunity to be in a documentary. And the documentary we filmed at a retreat that I hosted in Destin, Florida. So I just got back from doing this. And it was so magnificent. The documentary is called Zero Limits. It's going to come out later this year. It's with Joe Vitale. Joe Vitale teaches the Ho'oponopono prayer. He's amazing. I can't wait for this documentary to come out. And while we were filming, towards the end of filming, we filmed this scene of walking on the beach. And while we were filming it, it was footprints in the sand. All of a sudden, I could feel my step-grandma's spirit come to me. And I got super emotional because she passed away a little while ago. And while I was in Florida doing this, I could feel her spirit coming because there's a poem that's called Footprints in the Sand. And that poem will always remind me of her no matter what. And growing up, she taught me many things. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to do my makeup. She taught me how to do my hair. I remember being a kid and she would let us practice all over her face. And it was such an amazing experience, but I forgot all about it for so many, many, many years because I was so angry and upset with her. And I was angry and upset with her because of the choices she was choosing to make. And she was choosing to not see what we had experienced. And when I mean we, it's my sisters and I had experienced as children, and how she turned a blind eye to it. And when she passed away, her spirit came to me, and the first thing that I was reminded of was all of the amazing things that we experienced together. I remember the first time I met her when I was 2, and how excited I was that I got to meet her. And I remember all these different things that she taught me because we spent a lot of time with her as children because my mom worked a lot. She was a nurse and she worked a lot of overtime over the weekends. And so we were very family oriented. And so I spent a lot of time with this woman. And I always thought one day that we would be able to have a conversation, to laugh about things, and to just kind of pick up where it left off. But I realized that was never going to happen. And when she passed away, her spirit came to me and all these memories started flooding in. And then I realized how angry I was at her, at the situation, and then how damaging and hurtful that was towards myself as well. And when we are hurt in the past, we have the right to be angry. We have the right to be sad. We have the right to be upset. But at some point in time, you have to look at how it's harming you, because there is a cost to not resolving those emotions. There is a cost that is going to impact you if you choose not to resolve and acknowledge the emotions, feel the emotions, and then release them and find forgiveness. Forgiveness is more for you and not for the other person. And this is a huge, huge spiritual experience, because you have the opportunity to soften and to release what is harmful. Hey, do you want to come to something really cool? We are going to be having our free Soul Evolution Masterclass Series Extravaganza. This is an event that you do not want to miss. Trust me, you do not want to miss this event. It is a free 10-day event. We're gonna do 5 free healings. We're gonna connect with our ancestors. We're gonna do really amazing soul healings inside of the Akashic Records. We're gonna do ancestral healings. We're gonna learn how to manifest and so much more. You can go to amyheals.com and sign up. Replays are available if you can't make it live. See you there. When her soul passed, her spirit came, and for privacy purposes, I'm not going to share every single thing about what happened in this experience, but I am being guided, especially from her, to share parts of this. Is we had the opportunity to talk to one another when her spirit passed, and she had the opportunity to share her perspective on things that I'd never considered. And it was such a beautiful experience, because one, it was an assistance of letting her transition and also letting her have closure and forgiveness as well. And I got to do the same thing. And it was so amazingly beautiful when I'm walking on this beach doing this documentary, and instantly I could feel her come in, and instantly it was this, I'm here, I'm watching you, you're doing this. It's awesome. And it's so healing. So if you've had family members or you've had people in your life that have transitioned and you did not have closure, and I have had this a lot, so it is hard. Like, it's really tough if you haven't had closure, or if you have people in your life that are still alive and you haven't had closure. You can have closure without physically talking to the human person. Closure is so important when it comes to assisting your soul in evolving, assisting your soul in having a self-discovery, assisting your soul, most importantly, in healing. Because when you are carrying around the baggage of the past, it shackles you to the past. And the more willing you are to talk about the uncomfortable things that may be uncomfortable to talk about, may be uncomfortable to witness, you can also open yourself up to the good things that happened as well. Because there's many good things that happen. And family dynamics and childhood and adulthood is very complex and very, to me, it's very fascinating. It's a very fascinating opportunities that we get as souls to have. And there's a reason why your soul wanted to have certain experiences, because it allows the soul to evolve in a different way and allows empathy and compassion and drive and passion in a different way as well. And just because one major or many minor offenses occurred does not offset everything that you may have experienced with that person, does not mean that that person has to be in your life. I want to emphasize that as well, because there are relationships that come into our awareness that we are meant to have for a short period of time or for a long period of time and then let them go. But you get to also remember the good things. You get to also forgive the bad things so you're not hurting yourself. It's not for the other person. It's for you. And I think that's so crucial to understand. And also acknowledging how messed up things are sometimes is the very first step, because some people are very much in denial because they don't want to see how screwed up things were when they were in certain relationships, no matter what the age is. And I find all relationships fascinating. You have a relationship with yourself with these things as well, and the way that you perceive them and the way that you are internalizing them. And when you internalize them in a way that is harmful, the person that hurts the most is you. And you have the opportunity to heal no matter what, no matter how big or how small the traumatic event or events were. You have the opportunity to heal. And it starts with being there for yourself and being willing to look at it. I was so grateful that my step-grandma showed up at this huge opportunity that I was experiencing. And it was like such the perfect cherry on top, because we had such an amazing weekend and then we were closing up this filming, and it was absolutely incredible, because I already had so much closure that I had with her, but it was just, I could feel her there cheering me on in a completely different way. And because I did the healing before, I was able to witness and to invite that spiritual experience in and have her be with me to close it out. And it was so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for it. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I am sending you a big hug and a big kiss, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share this with a friend.